Bay. So I'm going to talk about the Killing Joke adaptation. I'm not in my pajamas. Don't worry about it, okay? I'm not. It's not a thing. Having said that, though, this adaptation is it's a lot of it is great, and it's gonna divide a lot of people. It's really polarizing. They screened it. They premiered it at Comic Con, which is a smart move. And from what I understand, that there was like half applause, muted applause afterwards. It's like, all right. Now it's going to be hard for me to talk about this without spoilers. If you've read the comic, if you're familiar with it, you know that we don't have the Joker that we have without this book. Okay, I don't want to say it legitimizes him, but it goes a long way towards establishing him, and it's the source of a lot of Joker stories from them. A lot of actors draw their inspiration from this work. It's regarded as the definitive Joker and Batman story. So there's that. So if you haven't read this book and you call yourself a Batman fan, go out and do it. Take the time. It's only like 45 pages. Therein lies one of the problems with this adaptation, because the source material is so light. They've had to add things to it and flesh it out. Now they chose to do that by including some kind of prologue which features Batgirl, Barbara Gordon. Just while she's Batgirl, we see her have her own sort of enemy. We see her form some weird nemesis who's obsessed with her, and yeah, it's odd. It takes an odd turn. She comes up across the men in her life, and that forms her storyline. I'm gonna spoil this because the internet has spoiled this. She sleeps with Batman at one point. They argue, and then the tension breaks, and they have sex on a rooftop in costume, which is odd for a lot of people. Strictly speaking, nobody should really care about Batman and Batgirl having sex. It just sort of makes sense. Hawkman and Hawkgirl have sex all the time. Who cares? But it's odd, and it's something that nobody ever saw as. We always saw Bruce as like the parental figure, big brother figure for a lot of people. And I've never picked up on any sexual chemistry there. Certainly between her and Dick Grayson sometimes, yes. Not necessarily with her and Batman. So it's odd, and it's rubbed a lot of people the wrong way, but whatever, it's fine. My problem with that is that whole first half an hour, it would be fine if it was an episode of an animated show or something else. It just feels really tacked on to this. It doesn't really inform or alter the Killing Joke story, and we get a nice little coda at the end. Just a little mid-scenes credit featuring Batgirl. But besides that, it's kind of odd. That's my thought. When the actual Killing Joke story begins, that's when I'm interested, and that's. In terms of adaptations, I really like it. I don't like it as much as I like the Dark Knight Returns adaptation that they did. I thought that was magnificent. I also like Year One. I'm a big fan of that. But this one isn't as... It's missing something. The artwork, they always try and mimic the artwork from the book, so I love it whenever they do that. It's really strong. Kevin Conroy knows Batman inside and out, and we see a few new shades. It's really nice whenever somebody who's been that long in the tooth doing the same character can do something refreshing with it. Like if you watch the Simpsons movie, oh my god, what's her name? Julie Kavner, who voices Marge Simpson. She has this really nice monologue where she's talking to Homer about how she's going to leave him, and it's so emotional. It's like, wow, you didn't know you could still do that with this character. It's fantastic. Speaking of people who've been long in the tooth in the same character, this is Mark Hamill's tour de force with the Joker. He's been wanting to make this for years, as long as he got Alan Moore's permission. He didn't, but whatever. And it's a great show. It's shot for shot. He gives it his all, not just in the Joker, but in flashbacks. Again, trying to get no spoilers here. It's so good. It's so varied. The scale of it all is fantastic. He's not. This is the Joker story. This is the heart of the Joker. He's not just robbing banks. People are conflicted with him because they flesh it out a bit, and the Joker seems to be this idealistic id where they talk about his sexual appetites. To me, the Joker doesn't have a sexual appetite. To me, fucking around with Batman, just messing with Batman's life. That's his sex. That's what he gets. Joker. That the joy of being the Joker is that he is the Joker. He can do what he wants. He's so in love with life and what he does. He's the clown prince of crime. Don't try and give him a sexual orientation or anything like that. That's just beyond that to me. Besides that, I really loved it. It was really strong. The guy Ray Wise, who plays Commissioner Gordon, I didn't like him in this. I've liked other voice work on Commissioner Gordon. I thought this was fair. It was fine. You know, nothing to write home about. I will say that the ending of The Killing Joke has been a subject to a lot of debate and controversy in the last a couple of years, ever since Grant Morrison opened his mouth. And the film continues that trend in a really nice way. It's not exactly the same. It's not a carbon copy, but you will come out of there thinking, yeah. So I like that a lot. All in all, I like the adaptation when it's just the adaptation, but the Batgirl story felt kind of out of place and tacked on, and it doesn't really help the story at all. Those are my thoughts on that. So those are, as I said, my thoughts on the Killing Joke adaptation. If you like this vid, please click like, subscribe, view, share, and all the usual jazz, and I'll see you later on. All the best.